filming this like a bunch of times, honestly, and nothing's really come out well, and this is the last time I'm gonna do it because I have other fucking things to do. But I don't really have anybody to talk to, you know. I mean, I do. I'm gonna have my mother and my father and therapist and shit like that, but you know, the same shit gets said over and over and over again, and it's kept between those people. I'm sick of just living every day in general, but I'm sick of just keeping it all bottled up and pretending like nothing's wrong, because I'm fucking miserable. And listen, if one more person knows, you know, if it's just out there, I'd rather my real emotions be, you know, be there, you know, be out there, than me having to keep it up and bottle it up inside. So that's basically what it is. And I you know, every day gets harder and harder, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, really. I don't know if I can make it anymore, you know, but I have to, I guess, you know, for my parents and stuff. And it's a lot of pressure to be put on your shoulders for somebody that you just doesn't feel fucking anything anymore, but so much at the same time. And I know if you haven't been through it, I can't explain it to you. It's just a feeling you have to feel. But I've been on dating apps for fucking ever now, and I just had enough. I just turned it off. I deleted it, because I'm telling you now, if you're ever wanting to get into a relationship of any sort, I beg of you, do not use online dating apps, because they will take your self-esteem and they will crush them. No matter if you're a girl or a guy, people are conceited, they're rude, they don't give a shit about you. All they care about is themselves, and it will just crush your your mentality. And I strongly advise that you do not use any of the sort, because it's not going to end up well. It ends up well for like 5% of the fucking people that use it, and those are the people that are going to tell you to use it. But I don't. If you're in a state to where your self-image is so fragile enough that it could break easily, don't do it. And that's all I had to say about that, is because it makes you feel alone. It makes you feel like you don't have anybody. For somebody that doesn't leave the house and who's anxious and who's physically fucking terrified of leaving the house, that's all I have to meet new people. And most of the people on there are just ignorant and conceited, and they don't give a shit about you. So, you know, I'd rather just figure out a way to not deal with it at all than have to deal with that. And that's what I wanted to say, because I mean, it makes you feel like there's something wrong with you, and there really isn't anything wrong with you. I mean, to an extent there's something wrong with me, but that it has nothing to do with my self-image. I mean, I'm just asking you not to do that, because it's fucking destroyed any sense of self-worth or confidence that I have left. It really has. And like, I can't talk to people in public because it's just, I feel like they don't give a fuck because of these fucking degenerates. Like, I don't know, it's like you look, it's like I don't even like having a cell phone anymore. I hate the idea of having a cell phone, because I look down and nobody's texting me, nobody's talking to me. And that could be my fault, you know, that it probably is my fault, because I'm fucking psychotic, but it's not a good feeling, and I don't like having it. I don't like having anything on me that people can contact me about, because they're not going to do it. And it's the times you need people the most. It's the times where you're at your worst, when they're never there, but then they criticize you for how you act, you know, when they are there, which is fucking bullshit. Like, you have no idea what I've been through. You have no idea what anybody else has been through. And judging me for who I talk to or who I associate myself with, when I'm literally at my fucking worst is ridiculous, you know. So, I mean, I go stir crazy. Like, I don't even want to associate myself with women anymore, because I just get let down, and I've only been associated with just terrible people, just terrible women, and I don't want to deal with it anymore. And like, there's only one girl that I know outside of my family that I respect and has respected me. That's it. All the rest have just fucking either shattered my heart or have just been ignorant, conceited, rude people. And either that's just A, really bad luck on my side, or B, partly because I have something wrong with me. And I think it's both. I really do, because I'm not ignorant enough to say that, you know, it's not just me, but I mean, I'm not that fucking bad of a person. I don't think so. Not as much as I deserve to be let down or, you know, fucking shit on and stuff. But I mean, I haven't physically held somebody in like fucking 4 years. The girl that I cared about the most, like, ever in the world, that I really cared about, for 2 years we talked exclusively online, and she just never gave a shit enough to meet me. Like, I think she just wanted to talk to me, and she never really cared about being with me. She just wanted somebody to talk to. And, you know, right now she's probably with somebody, you know, having the time of her life. You know, it's just how shit works with me, you know. But man, I don't know. And it's a weird feeling. It's a very sad feeling, and it's a detrimental feeling to feel trapped, to feel like there's nowhere to go. And I'm not even going to be that person that tells you, you know what, there's always somewhere to go, there's always some place to hide, there's always an out, you know, you're always going to get better, it gets better, because you know what, sometimes it fucking doesn't. And sometimes you're fucking trapped, and people lie to you. Sometimes you're not going to get fucking better, and you got to take matters into your own hands. It's like, listen, do I want to be here anymore, or do I want to get better? And in my case, I have to get better for the people that care about me. I don't want to. Not a shred of my fucking body wants to. I hate living. It's so fucking hard. It's so difficult. I wish I could express, but I can't let the only people down that have ever cared about me, which would be my parents and my family. I mean, but to a certain point, you know, you feel detached from them, because nobody feels the way you do. You know, I mean, you get told, you get motivated, it's like, you can't give up, you can't do this, but listen, nobody fucking knows how I feel. Nobody knows. There are people that do. Trust me, there are people that do. But nobody that I personally know does, other than like an uncle that I have. But here's the thing, I go daily, day by day by day by day, with little to no interaction with anybody else other than myself. I don't see how I'm gonna get out of this one. Like, I really don't have any. I wouldn't say that I have any friends. I really wouldn't. Honest to God, I would not say that I have any friends that I could rely on. I've been to countless amount of therapists. All they say is, you know, well, maybe you feel this way because you're fucking sad. I'll see you next Monday. It's like, do you not understand that I just told you that I'm done? Like, do you think that there'll be a next Monday? Like, it's just fucking. And, you know, I've been on Zoloft, Trintellix, Quetiapine, Lexapro, some other shit. I've been on so many different types of medication to where it's just fucking, it's a hassle going through them. It's like, listen, they say it'll get better, but if you spend 40 years of your life fucking miserable and 30 okay, is it really worth it? Is it? But you're just doing this for other people. You're not doing this for yourself. And that's what really fucking, like, gets on my nerves, is that I realize that those people do care about you, but you're the one going through it. You're the one that feels the pain. You try everything and nothing works. And you're left there. And you're left there and you're all alone. And you don't know what to do. And every day you get more worried and more worried and more sick and more sick and more stuck and more stuck. And shit doesn't get better no matter how much you fucking try. And you still have people saying it's gonna get better, you know, you're gonna do fine. How am I supposed to fucking believe that? That's ridiculous. Man. I've never been this bad. Like, I've never felt this way before. You know, I've had bad periods of my life. You know, my first really bad period of my life, I had OCD. You know, I had terrible, I still do, but I would wash my hands until they bled. I would have to touch certain corners of the wall just to move on with my day. It was an impulsive habit. People thought I was a germaphobe, but no, I just had to do it. It was part of my brain that told me, if you don't do this, something bad will happen. That manifested into anxiety. I couldn't leave the house. I didn't want to go to school. When I was in class, I just shook and trembled. And then after my first real girlfriend, that breakup, that led into a very depressing part of my life. And I looked like a ghost. Like, I lost so much weight. And I was terrible, terrible. And this is the first time in my life, though, that I'm scared, that I'm genuinely scared, and I don't know what's going to happen. That I've ever thought about not wanting to be here anymore. And that freaks me out. You know, that scares the shit out of me. And I don't know if I'm going to get better this time. I really don't. And I'm only 19 years old, you know. That's all I really wanted to go over. This makes me feel better. It made me feel better, you know. And maybe I'll do it every day if it helps me, if I feel like I have somebody to talk to. And if at least one person watches it, you know, fuck it. But we'll see what happens.